Hey everybody, it's Alan, and I hope that you're doing well. Today is February 23rd, and that is the birthday of a great British musician, Mr. Howard Jones. Not exactly a household name in this day and age, but if you went back to the mid 1980s, he had a really strong string of success. I'm going to play you a song that's not exactly a deeper track, to be completely honest with you. I like this song a lot. And it's kind of one of his biggest hits, and I just wanted to play it for you. So here's kind of a long-lost classic, if you will. It's the song No One Is to Blame.
You can look at the menu, but you just can't eat. You can feel the cushions, but you can't have a seat. You can dip your foot in the pool, but you can't have a swim. You can feel the punishment, but you can't commit the sin. And you want her, and she wants you. We want everyone. Just can't live in. You're the fastest runner, but you're not allowed to win. Some bigger rules, and let's account the cost. The insecurity is the thing that won't get lost. And you want her, and she wants you. We want everyone, and you want her. But you can't reach it. It's the last piece of the puzzle, but you just can't make it fit. The doctor says you're cured, but you still feel the pain. Aspirations in the clouds, but your hopes go down the drain. And you want her, and she wants you. We want everyone, and you want her.
I have to admit, I was never really ever into sort of the synth vibed sound. It's never been something that really caught my attention. Yeah, I mean, I've listened to some Depeche Mode stuff, and clearly I've listened to Genesis stuff and bands that have synth aspects to them, even, Van Halen's 1984 and I'll Wait. And artists like Yes and what have you. I don't fully dismiss synth stuff, but I've never really loved acts that were centrally based around synth music. For me, if it didn't really have a great guitar part in it, I didn't really listen to it, especially back in the late 70s, 80s, and 90s, as I was developing as a musician. Something about Howard Jones's music, especially in that window where he just had, great success. Something about it, especially a song like this, just really struck a chord with me. And it made me realize that I can't write off everything. You never really know what's going to touch you musically. You never really know the thing that's going to make you go, oh yeah, I really like that song, or oh yeah, wow, that was really cool. I want to listen to it again. And it was an important lesson to learn, because as diverse as I thought I was musically in my listening tastes, ranging from, jazz music with Buddy Rich to Ray Charles and Aretha Franklin to country music that my mom liked to, danceable music that my sisters liked to, the rock and metal stuff, to me going to the library and renting classical music CDs and just enveloping myself in Vivaldi and Paganini and obviously Mozart. I never really allowed myself to consider synth music. And then this guy comes along and he writes a few songs that just really somehow or another spoke to me. And next thing you know, I'm like, oh, okay, I've learned the lesson. I can't just blow it off because there isn't a great guitar part in there. And it was a very important lesson to learn. And I wish more people would learn that, because if you do, then you end up with a diverse sense of taste. And I think that's part of the reason, in a way, why I started doing this channel, is because I was, I've told this story before, but I'll tell it briefly again. During the pandemic shutdown, when everybody was trapped inside, much like everybody else, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. And I saw a lot of people doing reactions to music, and I paid particular attention to music that I knew and loved and adored, whether it be, Van Halen or Aerosmith or Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin, whatever it was, And I found it interesting because these people that were listening to this stuff were not used to it. It wasn't part of their normal daily listening stuff, whether they were hip hop people or whether they were country people or whether they were metal people who were listening to disco or whether they were just kids who were coming up and just had never heard great musicians like I like. And it made me, that right there gives me hope that more people are allowing themselves to then diversify their listening tendencies. And I know a lot of people who don't. I know a lot of people who are very closed off and will only listen to what they want to listen to, and they won't branch out at all. And I kind of always feel sorry for them. And I guess I'm just thankful that I never went down that narrow path, and that my eyes and my ears were much wider open than again, people that I find to be closed off to it. With that said, happy birthday to Howard Jones. Thanks for putting a smile on my face for quite a few times back in the 80s. And it's just great stuff, really great stuff. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We can talk about it further. Just know that I appreciate you all, and I wish you well. Take care.